Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski bringing you Atlantic Fleet single battle, Battle of the Barents Sea. 31st of December 1942, convoy JW51B is sailing to the Kola Inlet when intercepted by multiple German forces. Historical outcome: Akati sunk, Z-16 sunk, Onslow heavy damage, Admiral Hipper heavy damage, Obdurate light damage, Obedience light damage. And this time we will take the German side. Let's go. So that's a star shell from the Sheffield. Jamaica opens up with a broadside. The shells fall short. Who are they firing at? Or are they doing a star shell? No, they're doing a star shell. This one's not fired. No action, no action. The Orwell is firing at... It's one of these destroyers over here. Oh, they're making smoke if they're not doing anything. Right. So they're either shooting or they're making smoke. Got it. Understood. Right. Here we are with the Admiral Hipper. Where is everyone? Everyone's down here. So I would say... Oh, they're all going this way. Right. Yeah. Admiral Hipper goes hard to starboard. And let's target the... Which one's closer? Sheffield's closer. Let's target the Sheffield. 14.5 is suggested. Let's go 14. That's 14. Fire. So those are short. Yeah, I'm gonna have... Is there anyone in front? Everyone's behind. Right, so Z-16's over here. Right, so they all need to... These guys need to turn to starboard then. Yeah, go on. You also do the same. I'm just going to have them close in under the cover of smoke to get closer to the convoy. I could fire with them, but so far out, with them moving so quickly, I'm not sure it's really worth it. Right, Lutzo's over here. Let's have you go to flank as well. You'll do a 15-degree turn to starboard, and you will be firing at whoever is closest here. 16-7, 17, 24-9, 27. So the Orwell is the closest. 12 degrees is suggested. Let's go 11-9. High explosive shells, fire. Right, we didn't quite make it with this one. Yeah, you go flank as well, maybe. Or maybe we could keep you at full, just to make sure you're keeping pace with the Lutzow. 13-7. Yeah, you go for the Akatis then. 19-1 is suggested. Let's go 18-9. There we go. High explosives. Fire. Alright, we were short. Let's have you go forward. You go as well for the Akatis, maybe? Or the Orwell, even? I'm not sure, actually. Maybe you could even go for one of the merchants, perhaps. Go on. We'll have all the destroyers go for the Akatis. 15-1 is suggested. I'll go 15-1. Fire. So they were short again. I think I'll have the Z31 go for the Akatis as well. 17-2. Let's go 17-5. And there it is. High explosives. Fire. Nope, still short. Alright. Are they trying to close the distance? Really? 2 hits and they've set a fire already. Alright, at least the Jamaica missed. I'm not too impressed by that, really. Onslow, still no action. Orwell. Firing. Yeah, they're going for my destroyers. So, yeah, I think we've got a good plan going. So far, at least. I'm a little bit annoyed that they've set a fire on the Admiral Hipper. There's no fire. Well, there is a fire, but there's no serious damage. At least not yet. Yeah, I'd like to think that this will get put out fairly quickly. So, 14 was short. Yeah, and by quite some distance as well. I therefore think if we went up to 14-7 or even 15-1. Actually, no, let's try 14-9. It's halfway between 51 and 14-7. Fire. Nope, 15-1 was the one to go for. Do these need to be turned? Ever so slightly, yes. Let's have you go 15 degrees to starboard then. How about now? Looking good? Looking good. Right. So the Z4 and the Z29 can also do the same thing. And then they can just close in. Yeah. Once they get close enough, they can open up with their guns on the merchants. Let's move the Lutzow along. So we were short with the Orwell. Oh, excuse me. They're saying 13.5. Do I agree with that? I think even 13.7 would be better. Fire. There's one hit. 13.5 would probably have been a bit better. Right, we were short again. We're always short, aren't we, these days? Let's go to 19.6. At least we scored hits, at least with the Lutzow. Nope, these are short as well. Maybe even turn the Z30 slightly, just so you can get those rear guns in as well. Because we've got really powerful guns for a destroyer. Definitely worth mentioning. Very powerful guns. Guns like this you'd expect to see on a cruiser. Granted, it's a light cruiser, but it's still a cruiser nevertheless. Good, good. Right, we have scored some hits. I like that, that's good. All going for the Acates destroyer. Sonar heavy damage, AAA light damage. Good. The way to deal with destroyers is really just to take them out before they become a threat. The further out you take them out, the better. Because that way they can't put torpedoes in the water, and they may even be out of range. If you take on the destroyers quickly enough, you could end up doing that. You could end up sinking them before they're actually able to close in to fire off their guns. But, well, I suppose actually it depends on what sort of ship you're on. Because if you're on a destroyer as well, you know, if it's DD and DD, then it's a bit more complicated, really. I suppose if you're quicker, you could turn and run away. But it's, well, it's tricky like that, because then you've only got 2 guns to fire with, most likely. They're chasing you. They've got 2 guns. And it's a bit, you know, anyone's game, really, isn't it? Right, so, there's so many ships on both sides in this battle. This is the destroyer that we've damaged quite badly already. Mind you, there's 3 destroyers firing at it already, so it's not extremely surprising, but it's, you know, it's I think it's still at least somewhat noteworthy. So 14.9 was short, but we're both closing the range, aren't we? Well, the Sheffield is anyway, and even the Admiral Hipper to an extent as well. So I'm going to drop it just to 14.6 this time. Fire. There we go. Alright, maybe 14.7 would have been a little bit better. These destroyers can continue to move forwards. We'll have those open up on the convoy, like I said. Once they get close enough, hard a port, bring the broadsides to bear, sink the merchant ships. By then, some of the warships maybe will have been sunk. It would be nice if that was the case. It doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but you know, we can hope for it. So all well, AAA light damage. from that 11-inch shell. I was thinking a high explosive 11-inch shell would do more damage on an unarmoured target, but there we are. Apparently 2 shells from a light cruiser can cause a fire on the Admiral Hipper, but which is armoured, but apparently a high explosive 11-inch shell on an unarmoured target like what we've got here, it can't do it. Let's try 13 degrees. Fire. Looking good. Those were good hits. Those were good hits. No fires, but, you know, you don't have to have a fire. I say that literally as the oil explodes. We got the... Is it the P word? Yep. Yeah, It's... Yeah, it speaks for itself, really. Pumps, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. Yeah, like I said in the... Did I say in the previous episode or not? Oh. Achates has also got its pumps damaged. Pumps and AAA heavy damage. Sonar light damage. So this one can go under soon, potentially, as well. I was going to say, it's not an Admiral Playerovski episode or video if you don't hear the P word. You have to. It's a signature. Fire. If there's no P word or no magazine detonations, you've not got you know, you've been scammed effectively. You're being sold a cheap copy of the video. I'm going to try 15.9. Are we actually closing the range or not? Oh, that's interesting. We seem to be. Let's just zoom out a little bit. We are a little bit, yeah. I'll go 18 then. Let's go 18. Fire. Or are we opening the range on this one? No, we were still long. What I need to do is sink the Sheffield before it gets close to me. Because I've got the Admiral Hipper, heavy cruiser, big guns, or at least bigger guns than 2 light cruisers here. We've got to make that advantage pay. Are they doing crashy perhaps? It would help if they were. It would slow the destroyer right down, and it would also prevent the merchant from getting away. Star shell from the Achates. They can... I think what they can... Well, this is my reasoning. I think they can see the Achates is damaged anyway. So they're just using that destroyer to fire the star shells. Oh. The fire has spread. Annoyingly. Right, well, let's move along anyway. Get it put out. We need the fire put out. Does it spread again? No. I was going to say, if it's gone to the front of the ship as well, that's terrible. Right, 14.6 was there. I'm only going to go down to 14.4 this time. Fine, they increased their speed. I'll go 14.3. Fire. Go on. Yeah, we've done something. Let's just check their damage. Main spotter and main radar destroyed and AAA with light damage. So they are hopefully going to be less accurate with their shooting now as a result. That's what logic would suggest. Because these light cruisers, they don't have forward and aft radars and spotters. It's just one. Or am I completely wrong on that? And they do. Oh no, these are the merchants. Let me just check. No, it's just one set. So you knock the spotter out and the radar, and they are, well, if this was real life, they would be blind at this point. Which means they'd have to turn away, most likely. Otherwise they become, well, target practice for the other ships. Right, the Lutzow sank the Orwell. So I will have the Lutzow go for the which one do we go for? Onslow or Obdurate? Whichever's closer. But there's not much to choose. Actually, no, the Onslow at least is heading the right way. Right, Onslow it is then. 15.7 suggested. Let's try 15.4. Fire. Long. Even 15.4 was long. Right, Katie's propulsion damaged? No, that's how much they've slowed down by. Oh, crikey. We really have done quite a lot of damage then. You would not expect to see a destroyer at 17 knots in, you know, in combat like that. You'd expect it to see much quicker. Top speed, 30 plus knots, zooming around all over the place. And those were long. Right, I'm really going to have to take these readings down, elevations down. Let's go down to 15.4. I'll trust them. I will trust them. Well, how about that? Don't you just love it when a plan comes together like that? The Achates is gone. Let's just check the damage. What was the final damage? Propulsion, pumps, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. I've said it once and I'll say it again. If you take out the pumps, you've basically half sunk the ship already. At that point, it's... what's the expression I'm looking for? One little nudge and it's gone. I can't think of the expression. So the Achates is gone, Orwell is gone. Can we fire at the Obdurate? Well, we can try. We can try, and we might as well. 25 degrees. Let's go 24.5. Fire. We're not going to probably get very far with this, but... Oh. No, well, how about that? I was going to say, we're not going to get very far because they are very far away. And they're going to be a bit all over the place. But no. If we'll score hits like that, we could potentially be looking at some quick results very quickly. Star Shell? Yes. Obdurate is firing at these destroyers that are closing in for the convoy. Mind you, if we take out these destroyers, if we're able to sink them, we won't really need to use the smoke screen. We can effectively just figure out... Actually, no, I'll just have all the ships focus fire on one of the merchants at that point, just to sink the merchants quicker. Right, 14.3 was over there. We scored his with 14.3. I'm a little bit confused as to why they're saying to drop it by 2 degrees. I understand that we've closed in, but by that much? Really? No, I don't believe that. I'll go 13-7. No problem with that, but not 12-1. Surely not. Right? Yeah. See, look at that. How many hits was that? Was that 3 or 4 hits? 3 or 4 hits and there's no fire. They get a single hit on me. No, that's a fire. Oh, that's the Jamaica. Right. I want to see what the damage on the Sheffield is, though. AAA with heavy damage. Honestly, I understand that you can... Well, actually, no. If I'm being... If I wanted to play devil's advocate here, I could say that they're using high explosive shells, and that's why they're able to set a fire, whereas I'm using armor piercing. But then I don't know. I mean, my caliber of shell is, well, a third, 33% bigger than theirs, or 2 inches, I guess. 6 inches as opposed to 8. I mean, sorry, other way around. 8 inches as opposed to 6. So that was... I don't know what that was for, even. They're saying 13. Maybe not quite 13, but definitely 13-3. Fire. I will try 13-3. Go on. Ooh, hello. Well, that's one of the turrets destroyed. Right, that destroyer has sunk. So we've got the Onslow, or we've got the T2 tanker behind. Or we could literally have the merchants here. We've sank 2 destroyers already. We've got the merchants over here. We've got 2 destroyers over here. Yep. I think what I'll do is I'll have everyone focus on the Onslow for now. Then we can have everyone turn and try and chase down this formation and also get close to the light cruisers. And hopefully that way we can make an impact at least somewhat quicker. 20 degrees, I'll go 19.6. Fire. Go on, go on, go on. It's a hit. It's a hit. Damage. Wow. Extensive. Propulsion pumps, torpedo tubes heavy damage, B turret AAA destroyed. So I reckon literally any minute now they'll go under from pretty much any combination of hits. I'll go half a degree. Fire. They're saying 18 degrees. I don't think it's 18. No, I mean 16-1 would have done it. And you were going for the obdurate destroyer. Alright. Yeah, I think that's fine. If we take out what was it, 4 out of the 5 escorting destroyers here, we'll be completely fine. Lovely bit of plunging fire there. I don't like the Sheffield closing in like this. Really got to get a move on. I may resort to high explosive shells soon. No, but that's the thing. The advantage we have is that we have bigger shells, so they'll be able to, pierce the armour better. I mean, we are damaging them. The Orwell destroyer just exploded out of nowhere because we got the pumps, for example. There was no fire on board, or at least not that we could see it. Does this game do fires within the bowels of the ship? I'm not sure if it does. This isn't the first time I've had a ship explode like that, where seemingly there's no fire, so you think it's fine, and then, you know, up in flames it goes. See, now why is it telling me that that was really, really long? It was good. Those shots were good. We got all sorts of hits on them. Right, so... They're saying to go 11-9. I'll go 12-9, but not much more than that. Fire. Oh, there we go. We finally dealt some actual damage to them now. Let's just hop over to check what's happened. Main spotter, main radar, Exeter and AAA have all been destroyed on the Sheffield. And they've got 2 fires. Now, these are going to take a while to put out. They're going to take a while to put out. How close are these to the merchants? We'll have these move forward again. There we go, there's 1. There's 2. It's a shame you can't, like here, you can have the option to move all the ships. It's a shame you don't have the option to move parts of your ships in a certain way, because that would be really useful now, for example. Or if you had destroyers like this, escorting the Lutzow like that, I could tell the destroyers to make smoke, go forward, but then have the Lutzow go forward and fire with the guns. You could do that in real life, I guess. I mean, I can do that. It's just that it's more long-winded like that. It's more long-winded because you have to do it individually for each ship. Ouch. That must have hurt them a lot. Yeah. Not really too surprising. 19.6 was there. Let's drop that down to 18.9. Fire. It's 1 hit. We were long with this destroyer, weren't we? The Z30. We were. Right, let's go all the way down then to 15.1. Fire. Nope, that didn't work either. Let's move the Z31. 25.2 was actually good. We got a lovely bit of plunging fire away. Let's try 25.9. Fire. Go on. Good. Like it. Star shell? It is a star shell, yes. There's just one problem. I'm thinking, if the Sheffield is taking such a long time to sink, the Jamaica's crew will be boarding the Admiral Hipper by the time we're able to damage the Jamaica sufficiently. I mean, it's not even on the face of it. I've looked at the details for both ships, and they are remarkably similar. The Town class and the Crown Colony class are very similar. They're pretty much identical, I'd even say. Maybe not 100% identical, but very, very similar. So, 12.9 was over here. They're saying to go 11.6. I'll go 11-9 this time. Fire. Go on. We hit them. And we hit them good. Oh yes. Pumps and port torpedo tubes heavy damage. Main spotter, main radar destroyed. X-turret AAA destroyed as well. Good. That's good. That's good. If that's the case, I'd say maybe 1, 2, 3 salvos, good salvos, and the Sheffield will be sunk. Right, so these are going to... Yeah, the Onslow will be sunk most likely on this turn, if we're able to score hits on it, that is. If we mess it up, they won't be sunk. But I think even a single hit at this point will send it under. Yep. One hit from the Lutzau's 11-inch guns, and the Onslow is gone. So what was the final damage for the Onslow? Steering, pumps, sonar, torpedo tubes, ASW heavy damage, B-turret AAA destroyed. And on that note, the Onslow goes under. So that's 3 destroyers sunk here. There's only 2 destroyers down here, one of which will be sunk soon, most likely anyway. How far away is the T2 tanker? Not that far away, actually. Mind you, these are closing in as well. I'm just trying to think. These can close in that way. Yeah, what I'll do with these then, 20-degree turn, make smoke and close in just a bit more. You do the same, 20, smoke and move. I probably don't need to make smoke because, well, the light cruisers are busy with the with my heavy cruiser, and the other destroyers are probably focusing on the ones that are on the other side. But I'd like to, you know, I prefer to not give a reason for them to fire at me than to give one. Obedient fires a broadside at... The Obedient is firing at the Admiral Hipper. Well, would you look at that? As is the Obdurate. So the Admiral Hipper really, really needs to, you know, score some kind of success here, because she's got 2 light cruisers and 2 destroyers that want to see her sunk. I'm going to try 11-9 again. Fire. Go on. Good. We've hit them. Are they sinking or not yet? Not yet. That's fine. We can continue to close the range. These are destroyers, aren't they? Do you know what? Actually, no. Actually, no. Do we have 2 1936, Type 1936 class destroyers here? Right, it's the other way around here. Right. What I'll do then is, the Z-29 can carry on chasing the merchants down, and the 2 other destroyers can turn and fire at the destroyers over here. Right. What did we just... What? What just happened? Oh, we turned. Alright. We'll turn then. Get into position, I guess. You go forwards. Maybe to confuse them. It'll be some sort of tactic, I guess. Ah, right. What I've done here is I've blocked off the Lutzow. Can we maybe go for the Jamaica, perhaps? I've got no idea what elevation to fire at. Do you know what? I think I'm being a little bit too cautious here. And that cautiousness is actually suffocating me. We won't fire on this turn because I've got absolutely no idea. Bit of a shame. Let's literally not even... Go on, let's close without the smoke. Yeah, because... Yeah. They can only fire at 1 ship at a time. So it's... really just, you know... And if they do decide to fire at you, you can... certainly give it a good go. Because these destroyers, even not even the Type 1936s, the other class, they're still, you know, pretty good. They certainly have more guns and higher caliber guns than the British destroyers. That's for sure. Although not all of them. The JKNs and the Tribals do have larger number of guns. JKN class, of course, with 6, and Tribal class with 8. But they are all 4.7-inch guns, whereas the German destroyers have either 5-inch guns or 5.9-inch guns. So more hits courtesy of the Sheffield. I'm not sure how they're still staying afloat, to be quite honest. I'd have thought they'd have gone under by now. Maybe they need 1 more salvo. I think that's what they're doing. 1 more salvo sends the Sheffield under. And then that'll basically sort out any issues we're having. Yeah, 2.8 knots, so propulsion's been hit as well. Yeah. Right, let's move the... Actually, let's turn in a little bit. 10-degree turn to port. Oh, be careful not to do crashy with your destroyers. So 11.9 was right there. Should we try it again? I'll even go 12. Because 12-1, because most of the shots were a little bit short. Fire. Most of the shots were long that time. No, that was enough. The Sheffield's gone. She's sinking. Propulsion pumps heavy damage. Main spotter, main radar, X-star, AAA destroyed. So that means we can now move on to the Jamaica. Right, let's turn a little bit. Z16. You will open fire on... let's just check. Yeah, the Obedient. And then the Z4 can open fire on the Obdurate. And then we will literally have just the Jamaica left in terms of escorting warships. 13-3 suggested. Let's try 13-3. There it is. Fire. Good, bad. Short, long, on target, and that was long. Not to worry. Not to worry. We're perfectly alright like that. Let's target the obdurate. Down here. They're close. 9.8. I'll go 9.3. Fire. Close. Even, do you know what? I'll even use the Z29 as well. 8.8 suggested. Let's try 8.4. 8.4. There it is. Fire. Close yet again. Right, Lutzow. You will. Do you know what? Yeah, I think Lutzow can help the Admiral Hippo with the Jamaica. We can target the Jamaica. Yes, we can. Can we? Let's move the Lutzow along first of all. No. Target the Jamaica. Yes. Can we raise the guns that high? How high do the Lutzow's guns go? Ah, right. I see. Right. They're saying 38.4. Extremely high elevation, and yeah, it is. For a heavy cruiser, it is very high. Let's see, can we even hit them? Or are they completely beyond our range? No, they are in range. Right, good. Are these the ones that are closing into... Yes. Well, not yes. These are the ones that that sank the 3 destroyers that were at the front of the formation initially. And you were firing at the obturate. Is there any point? We've got 2 destroyers over here. I think we'll hold fire with this one. Oh, a broadside from the Jamaica. And that's one hit. That's why broadsides are devastating. Because even though you think you're somewhat safe, you're actually not safe at all. You just look safe. But you'll get that one shell that slightly differs from all the others, and that's the shell that will reach your ship and score a hit. It's usually how it goes. Right. The good news for me, however, is that the Sheffield and the Jamaica were very close together. So the corrections to the elevation should be minuscule. I'm going to try 12.3, and hopefully 12.3 will yield good results. Yes, that's the spot and radar taken out, presumably. You read about this sort of thing in books and watch it in movies that, oh, the first hit knocked out the radar and spotter. That's just typical, isn't it? And they're saying 9.2. I'll go 9.8. Fire. I don't want to overcook the drop. See, they were saying 9-2, so yeah. That's why I don't like it when they have these huge drops, because, well, are they correct or are they being silly? You just don't know. You just don't know, and as a result, you're sort of left to your own devices. Now, your own devices are unreliable. Sure, you can score lucky hits sometimes, but, well, they're not consistent, though. You can't say, yes, consistently it works. Well, does it, though? Not really. So you don't know. They're hit and miss. Oh. We hit the other destroyer. The Obedient instead. I mean, that's fine. I don't think... I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. Right. Yeah, 38 was ridiculous. It was... Yeah. Now they're saying 26-4. I'll go 27-3. It's also an easier target to... it's an easier elevation for me to fire the guns at. They're not pointing up into the sky. It's just got a high angle this time. Again, it's... Yeah, and they were saying to go 26. Whereas even 27 was short, so 26 would have been miles away from the target. Just keep moving these destroyers in, closer and closer. We will eventually, of course, fire at the merchants. Maybe even have the Admiral Hipper fire at the merchants as well, potentially. Maybe. Right, see, they scored a hit on their first salvo, but on this salvo, they really haven't. Which leads me to believe that we may have damaged or destroyed the spotter and or radar. Let's just check that now. Yeah, main spotter, main radar, light damage. Not quite inspirational book / movie material. Oh yeah, the first hit lightly damaged the spotter and the radar. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have the same ring to it. I'm sorry. Fire. It just doesn't quite have the same ring to it. I mean, we've hit that same spot again. So, light damage again? It could be. Could be. You never know. Or maybe that could be the hit that destroys it. I guess you could have it in such a way that... Oh wow. In such a way that the first hit damaged it and then the next salvo just destroyed it completely and killed crew members trying to fix it. That's also something you'd expect to see in like a war film / movie. Good hits. I'm liking all these hits. Sonar heavy damage, AAA destroyed. What did we get on the Obedient? We got something on the Obedient. Steering, AAA, light damage, X-turret, heavy damage. Right. Smooth as Z29 along. 8.7 was really long, they're saying. I mean, not super long. We were in the vicinity, I'd like to think. Let's go down to 8.1. Fine, 7.7. There. Fire. We missed, but things could be worse. I'm just thinking, if we keep hitting this destroyer, the Obedient, we'll sink the Obedient at some point. And then we're going to have to take on the destroyer that we're aiming at all along. Which so far is proving to be quite problematic. Right now we can, well, it doesn't really matter too much if we're going slightly long, because, well, we've got another destroyer there to eat up the shells. But eventually that ship will sink. Then what are we going to do? Well, maybe by then I will have figured out the correct elevation. One, two, three, four. Long again. Obedient firing. That's one hit, and a fire has been set. I'm guessing that was a high explosive shell. Obturate firing, and they were long. And the T2 tanker moves all the merchants. Check the damage. Nope, this time it was AAA with light damage. So really we haven't hurt the Jamaica at all. Pretty much. Pretty much not done anything. And they're saying to go 9-6 this time. I'll go 10-1. Fire. No, 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 no. No. That's not what we wanted at all. What's our damage? No damage. That's fine. We were going for this one, weren't we? Obedient? Yep. 10.7 was good. Let's even go up a little bit. 10-9. Fire. Nope, that wasn't good enough, it would seem. We have this one firing at the obturate. 9.3 was good. I reckon then if we went 9-1 this time. Fire. Hits. Oh wow, excellent. Are they going to sink then? That was 5 out of 5. Sonar and AAA with heavy damage on the obturate still. Well, maybe the Z-29 can actually hit its target. Maybe. Let's try. Yes! Good hits. Very good hits. Yeah, annoyingly we got very close to the Jamaica but actually didn't score any hits. I'm going to try 26.9. Fire. These are plunging shells as well, plunging fire, so any hits are going to be devastating. I am a bit tempted to try and maybe turn and fire at the some of these merchants as well over here. We are close to them. No denying it. At least I'd say it's close. If you're at around, yeah, if you're in the low 5 digits, you're close. Oh, those looked bad. Maybe damaging some of my radars and spotters, perhaps. These destroyers are not sinking at all. The Obedient and the Obturate are being rather stubborn and not going under when I want them to. Any damage on the Jamaica, perhaps? AAA still with light damage. That's not really that great, is it? Now, we won't do crashy because there's no destroyer here to do crashy into, and we haven't even reached the stern of that destroyer. Right, 10.1 was short, so we will go 10-4. Fire. Please, can we score some hits? Yes, 6 out of 8 will do. That's a pretty nice result. Right, let's turn a little bit. Make sure we've got all the guns pointed. Pumps and torpedoes, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. Right. Let's go to 11.2. Fire. Oh, it's not quite there. Not quite there yet. 9.1 was good. Let's go. Oh, go on. 8.9. Damage. Sonar and torpedo tubes heavy damage. AAA destroyed. Let's fire at them. So the obturate is sinking, which means that the Z-29 now switches fire to the Obedient. Number 3, what was number 3? 8.7, and they have moved away ever so slightly. No, what was number 2? Number 2 is 8.7, number 3 is 7.7. In that case then, let's try 6.4? Go on, let's try 6.4. Fire. Yeah, so the Obedient is sinking as well, which means everyone focuses fire now on the Jamaica, because that is the only warship left. I will, of course, quickly go over to check what damage was dealt to the Obedient. Oh no, that's the Z-29. We want to check the Obedient. Obturate. The Obedient's gone already. Propulsion, pumps, torpedo tubes, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. Right, that's all fine. Thank you. Let's head over to the map and select the Jamaica. So 26.9 was long, they're saying. Let's go to 26.3. Hits or no hits? Just one, maybe. It's one hit on the stern. Alright, I think it's time we open fire on this T2 tanker. T2 tanker is very close. 11.5, let's go 11.2. Fire. Short. Yeah, the Z-30 can also target this T2 tanker. 10.3 suggested, let's go 10.5. Fire. Good. Hits have been scored. You also go for the T2 tanker. There we go. 10.2, let's go 10.5. .5 is right down here. Fine, 10.4. Hope I don't regret this. Nah, 10.5 wouldn't have made any difference. Would have still been short. Ooh, they're firing at this destroyer now. That's interesting. Change of tactics, I see. Oh, are they firing at the Hipper, but they missed? I'm not sure, actually. Could be either or. Right, 10.4 was a little bit over. Let's try 10.2. Fire. Alright, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Jamaica very heavily damaged now. AAA destroyed. It looks a lot worse than that. I'm sorry, but that just looks a whole lot worse than that. Closing for a torpedo run, perhaps, maybe. I mean, this is the only warship left. Do you know what? Let's do it then. Let's close in for a torpedo run on the Jamaica. This time I am using smoke because, well, you know, better safe than sorry, as they say. Are these merchants? They are merchants. Excuse me. You chase after the merchants then. Wow, and they're close as well. 8.2 suggested. Let's try 8.1. Fire. Not quite, not quite. Lutzow and the Hipper can carry on the fight against the Jamaica. 32, 64. And they're saying 21.2. I'll go 24.5. But I'm not dropping it by these huge, ridiculous amounts. Ah, so close. Every single time. It's the same story every single time. So 11.2 was good, they're saying, but it wasn't good, was it? It wasn't. 11.6 is better, but still not quite what we were looking for. 10.5 was long, they're saying, but it wasn't, was it? I'm going to try 9.8. Oh no, that was rubbish. That missed completely. 10.5 was really short, they're saying. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go 11.9. Fire. Alright, good. Oof. Torpedoes away from the Jamaica. No, you stole my idea. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a torpedo run. I mean, I'm still going to do it, but, you know. It does take the shine off it somewhat. I'll go 10-2 again. Fire. Nope, still not sunk. Let's do a 5-degree turn. Make smoke. Yeah, you also just make smoke and go straight ahead. Right, you've got the large freighter to deal with. 8.1 was really short. I agree. I'll go 10-1. Fire. Propulsion on the Jamaica is damaged before we've even checked it. Yeah, propulsion, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. If only we could get some good hits away on the Jamaica, though. Can we please do that? Fire. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Every single time, we're very close. But despite that, every single time we miss. 9.7 they're saying. I'll go 10.5 then. Fire. Nope, we missed that one. Just be careful not to crash into them. Can't be doing crashy. That's no good. We don't want that. Fire. No, that missed again. Um, 11.9 was good. Let's try 11.5. Good hits. Good hits. So these are going to miss most likely. Jamaica's still bravely fighting on. Let's continue on with the Admiral Hipper. 10.2 was... yeah, it was good last time. I don't see why it wouldn't be good this time. Fire. Alright, that was a little bit long this time. Yeah, we'll do one more. And then we can turn and fire the torpedoes. Alright, that's fine. You go forwards. And 10.1 was... well, it was a hit, but it was upper superstructure on the funnel. Right. Can we score some hits with the Lutzow's big guns? We've got lovely plunging fire coming in. The only problem is that that plunging fire is not hitting the target. And if it's not hitting the target, well then what good is it? It's useless at that point pretty much. You might as well not do anything. No, that's not gone well at all. Right, we'll move the Z6 forwards, but we're turning with that one. 10.5 was long. I'll go 8.1. Fire. Good. Good hits. Sinking or not yet? They're thinking about it. Alright, let's do a 10-degree turn. This has to be quite a sizable turn to avoid a crash. To avoid a collision. Right, we've done it. 7.8 was there. Let's drop that down to... yeah, go on. I'll drop it to... well, I'll go 7. Or even 6.9. Go on. Let's do 6.9. Fire. So the T2 tanker has been sunk. Let's just check the damage. No, steering is not damaged. Propulsion and pumps heavy damage. AAA destroyed. So now we can focus on this T2 tanker with the Z31. Suggested elevation of 11.8. I think, however, we can use 11.5 again. Fire. Not quite. So the torpedoes will have missed. Two turrets. Oh, that was close. That was close. Is the Admiral Hipper in danger of the torpedoes, perhaps? Doesn't seem to be now. I don't think she is now. Right, we were a little bit long last time, So for that reason, we'll go down to 9-7. Fine, I'll go 9-8. Fire. Can the Jamaica sink already? No. I just don't want to launch torpedoes when I know that the ship is on its last legs. I reckon one more good salvo from the Admiral Hippo and that'll send the Jamaica under, you see. That's why I'm a bit hesitant to put the torpedoes in the water. Fire. That's better. Waterline hit. I like it. Good. 23.2. Ugh. Yeah, let's try 22.9. Fire. Or even the Lutzow. Maybe the Lutzow can deliver the final blow. Come on, two plunging 11-inch shells didn't sink the Jamaica. You can't be serious. Do you know what? Let's put torpedoes in the water, because we are close enough. Oh, but are we not able to... If we turn slightly? Oh, come on. Can we put them down here, maybe? Well, no, what would... Oh, that's a shame. A real shame. That's too far away, isn't it? Let's have a look. 9.5 hits straight away. And they're going at 16.5 knots. So if we give them about 3 degrees... 42.5... Yeah, there's no point doing it then. Right, cease firing for temporarily. Yeah, you also hold fire. And, well, actually no, maybe you can fire. Because you're too far away to launch torpedoes and realistically hope of scoring hits. Good. That's 4 hits, I think. Or 3 or 4. Somewhere along those lines. Right. T2 tanker move all. Can we finally send the Jamaica under? The battleship Jamaica. Because that's what it feels like. Jamaica being a really tough opponent. Right, the Jamaica has been sunk. Final damage. Propulsion pumps, starboard torpedo tubes, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. Right, we can open fire then on this large freighter over here. Uh, 12-3. Go on, let's do 12-3. Fire. Ooh, very close. Very close for a first salvo. Where is that freighter? It's over here, isn't it? There. 12-7 suggested. Let's do 12-6. Fire. It's 1 hit. And of course the Z-29 down here. Chasing it down. 7-7. Let's go 7-1. Fire. It's 1 hit. Lutzow, you... What should we do with you? You've pretty much... Well... Yeah. Yeah, you can pretty much cease firing at this point. We've got... Yeah, we've got the slight turn maybe even. Just to make sure we can get the torpedoes in. Right, we can get the torpedoes in. They're slowing down. It's a 310 shot. So that means 58.4 is over here. I think if I say 60.5, let's put one here, and we'll put one over here as well. They're not going to clear those in 3 turns, are they? No. Let's get those fired away. Cease firing temporarily? Or should we open fire on this one? Let's actually open fire on this freighter over here. The one that's got its propulsion damaged. Good. 6.6. Oh, I'll just stick with 6.9. Right, not quite, not quite. You keep firing at the T2 tanker, that's no problem. You're too far away to launch torpedoes. That is one messy map. They're trying to turn away, so maybe 10-7. Not quite, actually, not quite. Would have been better off perhaps staying with the 10.5 we had before. Those stopped a little bit short of where I wanted them to go. Let's turn a little bit with the Admiral Hipper. Target the large freighter, 8.4 suggested elevation. Let's go 8.4. Fire. Alright, that's not too bad at all. We only have 2 ships to sink now and they're merchants, so this shouldn't take much longer. Fire. Oof. Big explosion. Biggie. That's a big one. Yeah, you're targeting this large freighter as well. Let's take you down to 12-1. Fire. One hit. Not quite there. 7-1. Let's go 6-3. Good. I'm just thinking, are they going to be able to clear those torpedoes or not? I think just open up with guns then, perhaps. Fire. Oh, that must have hurt. Very damaging. 6.9 was a little bit short. Let's go up to 7.3. Fire. 3 hits. Yeah, these merchants are going to go under pretty soon. I'll go 10-7 again because we actually missed them last time. I'm hoping that now... Oh. Yeah, the torpedoes were unnecessarily fired then, it would seem. Where are the torpedoes? I don't see any. Yeah, the game does sometimes mess up, and it shows you either torpedoes that have missed already, or it shows you torpedoes that should have been there but sort of weren't. Oh, and they would have missed as well, because they'd have had a chance to move now, so they would have cleared the torpedoes, I think. How about that? I'm going to try it 4 again. Fire. Long. This time we were long. I'm just quickly going to... Oh, can we not check the T2 tanker's damage? No, we can do. Right, what damage did we cause? Propulsion, pumps, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. Right, let's target this large freighter. 12.6. I'll drop that down to 12.3. Fine, I'll go 11.7. Come on, those were good hits. Why did they not sink? I guess not good hits, maybe a lot of them, but not in the critical component areas of the ship. When a ship's crippled like that, though, any hit could be enough to send it under, though. I mean, I once had a battleship sunk by a destroyer because the battleship was very heavily damaged. Oh, they're gone. They're gone. What damage did we cause? Everything. Propulsion, steering, pumps, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. Well, in that case, Z-29 can cease firing, as can everyone, and we can call this a done deal. Action report. On the British side, the light cruisers Sheffield and Jamaica were sunk for 12,000 tons each. The destroyers Obedient, Obturate, Onslow and Orwell were sunk for 1,610 tons each. The destroyer Achates was sunk for 1,350 tons. 2 merchant ship T2 tankers were sunk for 22,500 tons each, and a merchant ship large freighter sunk for 8,700 tons. On the German side, the heavy cruiser Admiral Hippo received medium damage. The destroyer Z-16 received medium damage. The destroyers Z4, Z-29, Z-30 and Z-31 received no damage. The heavy cruiser Lutzow received no damage, or pocket battleship Lutzow received no damage, and the Z-6 received light damage. That's a score of 85,490. Convoy has been obliterated. And that is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. If you enjoy the content I put out, leave a like and subscribe. If you have a custom battle suggestion that you would like to see me turn into a video, drop a comment below and I will have your suggestion up within a couple of days. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video, and bye bye for now.